Hi, welcome to Earth Angel Activities, where I'll be doing a reading for you all tonight. So we will start with a quick cleansing prayer and then we'll hop right into the messages. So thank you so much, Most High God. Thank you, Divine Mother and Father. Thank you so much for our angels, ancestors, and our spirit guides. Thank you so much for the one who is watching, and thank you so much for bringing them clarity and peace. Thank you for whatever message it is that you have for us tonight. We receive it with gratitude. In your name we thank you so much. So it is. Ashe. Let's see. What will the first card be? What is the first bit of energy that the divine wants to share? Love. The candle tonight is red. I was hearing things like root chakra work, energy healing, anger. I was hearing things like that. And then love comes out. Love. Like, I'm hearing the lyrics. Love. So many things I want to tell you. But I'm afraid I don't know how. Because it's a possibility that you'll look at me differently, love. Ever since the first moment I spoke your name, from then on I knew that by you being in my life, things were destined to change. Love. If you've not heard that song before, you should really look it up. I'm hearing that once you remember that love is a foundational building tool, once you remember that love covers everything, once you remember that success and growth become inevitable, this inevitable growth is something that a lot of you are experiencing at this time. A lot of you are experiencing this inevitable growth. It's like couldn't miss it if you tried. This growth is coming just as sure as a seed in the ground gets watered. I'm seeing that this growth involves understanding love, self, others, stepping into this beautiful energy of resilience. And I'm going to tell you, these messages that have been coming through lately have been, I'm going to say, low and slow, strong and steady. So these are the kind of messages that you really want to just relax, get your yoga mat, okay? Get your yoga mat and just enjoy a good stretch. Put a candle on, turn the lights down low, and just really decipher which messages are meant for you at your journey in this time. Okay, really decipher what messages are meant for you at this time, because if you clicked on this video, then one of these messages are definitely for you, because I've been in such solid meditation, you guys. Like, this type of meditation has exceeded into a space of world love, and I feel so deeply that so many of you have been experiencing the same thing. And when I say world love, it's been this sincere concern for worldly matters, for brothers and sisters that you have not even met before, but your heart is connected to them and knows that they exist and knows that there is a longing for connection, that there's this longing for connectivity, that there's this longing for an observable, a palpable, a tangible improvement in the way things are on a macro level. But in my meditations today, I wrote something down that I really wanted to share with you guys, because it really did go quite deep into a space. So, one thing that I bubbled was that fear, along with sadness and anger, are arguably the most misunderstood emotions. And I put a bubble around that. And that was one of the messages that came out in the previous message too. Okay. And the message was truly about conflict. The whole message was about conflict and how our triggers are designed to really to show us what we're made of. Love covers so many things, you guys. And love, it doesn't always feel the way we think that it's going to feel. It really doesn't, because sometimes conflict stems from misunderstood love as well. Sometimes conflict stems from a lack of understanding, true ignorance. And I don't say that in a way that is demeaning. I say that in a way that is earnestly true. And I know that sometimes it can get very difficult when we are trying to cover certain things with love. But we just really have to think about each other as ourselves. And it's so difficult to do when you have just one bad apple, right? When you have just one person that's willing to take advantage of the situation, it makes it so horrible. I remember this one time, might be TMI, but it's okay. I remember this one time when I was in school, there was this bathroom where you could go in there and they kept it stocked with tampons, pads, panty liners, all the female toiletry items. And it was always there and you can always just go in there and take one. And then one day I went in there and there was a note that said that basically, since the basket was wiped out in one single day, that there would be no more, and that one bad apple has truly spoiled the bunch. And I remember thinking like, oh my goodness, like what a ripple of karma through time, because I really needed that day, And I was just thinking like, everything happens for a reason and a purpose. But sometimes what we co-create is not what we necessarily intended to co-create. And it doesn't, when we as chosen beings, sometimes we get really, really ticked off by some of these things, by so much selfishness, so much greed, right? But then as chosen beings that do our shadow work, we understand what births that. And what births that is fear. Fear of poverty, fear of loss, fear of lack, fear of not having enough. And when you think about it in those terms, it softens the heart so much. I was thinking about how sometimes we can be so judgmental, all of us. And we see things, we're told a story, and our soul immediately wants to declare it good or bad. But sometimes it is just simply beyond that. Because I've been getting a strong message lately that until we all are free, none of us will ever be free. We all must be free before we can all be free. Everybody must be free before anybody can be free. That we're literally in this together as a team, brothers and sisters, as one. But it's difficult when we just keep hurting each other, sometimes by mistake and sometimes with intent. And so then it requires the one who is receiving the pain or the mistreatment or the perceived pain, perceived treatment, because perception is a big thing. Perception plays a huge role in identifying with suffering. Okay? So we have so many opportunities for us to look at certain situations and say, yes, I agree with that. I want to experience that. And so many moments where we have to rise above and say, I understand what's going on here. I understand what's going on here. Not just with others, but with myself as well. Oh, wow. The heart chakra. The heart chakra has everything to do with what I was just talking about. The connectivity, all of us being one. This is the space where we are truly connected to each other, is this heart space here. And so many other spaces too, but I won't bore you with that in this conversation because right now I'm telling you that the heart space, the way we're able to connect with one another, understand one another, forgive one another, be able to coexist with one another, or you can be over there and I can be over here. But I'm not going to send you any harm, and you're not going to send me any harm either. That's really what this is calling for. This green is like a highlight color, a pop-up color. These plants, the leaves, the growth, the seeds that have been planted, the love that grows and covers everything. And I'm envisioning these huge palm trees covering someone that's like stuck in the desert. Like I'm seeing someone, like a figure that's laying in the desert, stifled, no water, and these leaves just come and provide so much refuge. Refuge and respite, I'm hearing. I didn't see this under here before, but these energies are so similar with this success and growth, believe and succeed. This energy, you have to believe in it. You have to be able to see it with your mind's eye. And I feel like that's really what's going on here. You have to be able to see this type of love with your mind's eye. Because for you, chosen one, you've had a lot of moments where you're wondering what's going on. Because this is like a big thing. You have a big energy. You have a big power. And I feel like you might even feel as if your energy doesn't matter much. But I'm really hearing the angels say that your energy matters a lot. And especially if you feel like like someone has been watching you lately. And this is unusual because I don't get messages like this too often. But I'm telling you, if you feel like someone has been watching you lately, honestly, these are spiritual creepers. These are energetic beings. They know who and what you are. They're aware that you do not know who and what you are. That your happiness, it's like the equivalent of a million people being happy. Your happiness contributes so much to the collective well-being. And it's because of that they want to try to distract you with everything so that you think you aren't allowed to choose being happy. I feel that way. It's like so many things come up, and it's like adult things, childhood things, but adulting and sadness, betrayal, disappointments, just monotony day to day, feeling forgotten, feeling as if you're just on the stream of day to day, passing through, nothing special, nothing important. And I'm just hearing the angels say that that's not what's happening here. To hold the vision that you have in your mind, the one that brings you the most joy, that's the one that you should hold, focusing on it. Focusing on it so that you will be able to share that love, because your happiness generates this etheric, benevolent, divine sort of love. I'm hearing like Jesus, like Buddha, okay? Like your friendly community griot. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this love energy is big. I'm not even gonna tell. I'm telling you, the love energy. This is no ordinary love. Okay, shout out Sade. This is no ordinary love. This is a divine love. This is the type of love that people run from. Okay, because it's so pure, it's so resilient, it's so true. If the pangolin comes out, I know what this is about. But I'm going to let God speak. Whatever energy God wants to share with you now, and then we will end. Okay, I'm here for this. White peacock. This is the 9 of Pentacles, and then look what's here. In this stack, it was a thick stack of cards, but we have the Black Panther and the White Peacock, the Queen of Wands. And because it's saying black and white, I'm hearing you have the right to make a choice. You can choose the way that you see things. You can choose if you see things in black and white, or if you mix it up and have gray in between. You have the ability to align your divine feminine with your divine masculine. You have the ability to take this action based on love. And I'm hearing that even in the moments where you think that you're not doing well, keep encouraging yourself. Be encouraged. Keep speaking life over yourself. Keep speaking life even over the people that have wronged you. Like I said, we all must be free. So we're not praying prayers that we don't mean. There have been times where I have definitely felt good enough in my soul for me that I could wish somebody the best. But sometimes when you're wounded, it's not easy to wish someone else the best. But I also feel like that is what this type of love is trying to cover. This type of love is trying to cover that ego. Oh my gosh, I ain't wishing nobody the best. Yes, we have to wish them the best because God is the best. So we have to wish that they find God. I have to be honest with myself, because I have the people who have done me the worst, y'all. I have prayed for them to be with God and find God and to hear God and to see enough of themselves that they want to be free as well. They want to show love. They want to grow in love. And when you forgive people, when you pray for people like that, it doesn't mean that you have to it doesn't mean that you have to interact with them in the 3D. It doesn't mean that, but it does, however, mean that you understand our connection. You understand our connection. You understand that every evil, every perversion comes from some form of trauma, abuse, neglect, pain, suffering, something, That is so hard as a chosen one. Final message. Take control of your thoughts. Yes, Lord. Your thoughts are creating your reality. Have faith and stay focused on the outcome that you truly desire. I feel like I'm reading for someone very fiery. I feel like this energy is for somebody who is like, I want to say a fire sign, but I feel like you don't have, it doesn't have to be fire in your sun. Like, it doesn't have to, but you have very strong fire placements, whoever I'm reading for. This is a number 31. You could be in the middle of a spiritual awakening, and this one is hitting a little different. Okay? But your angels are saying to take control of your thoughts. It's okay to let go of the ego just a little bit. I understand. The ego, it makes us feel safe. It makes us feel like we're okay. It keeps us alive. The ego has its place here. But in the realm of spirit and spiritual healing, the ego can become a blockage. Believe me, it can become a blockage. Number 7, change is coming with butterflies everywhere. This is a time of transformation. I know you guys have heard this already. You've heard it already. This is something this is the message that has been following you. I am here to guide you through this exciting transformation. This is a time of joyous opportunities. I'm also hearing be ready, be on the swivel. Understand that this is a time of greatness, exciting opportunity, exciting change, but all the more reason for you to be alert and diligent towards energies that may be trying to distract you and make you feel like you don't have a reason to choose happiness, to choose joy. Joy is something that we always have. It's just that sometimes momentarily we get a little distracted from it. Distracted from our joy by shenanigans of the world. Okay? And then look, joy again. Joy is right here on the map here. It says you are here, joy. And we just got finished talking about joy. Joy is something that your angels are really committed to helping you find right now. You're not trapped. Possibilities and opportunities abound. I will guide you to personal and spiritual freedom. I am not lying that it literally says, you can't see it, you won't be able to see it, but it literally says spiritual freedom. Let's see if I can zoom it in a little. Spiritual freedom, you guys. So this is a time of great transformation. This is not just for you. This is not just for us, right? This is for all of us. You are a beacon, chosen one. That's why it's been getting harder, because your signal has had to get a little bit louder, and you've had to concentrate a little bit harder and focus a little bit more through the raging, roaring, angry distractions that don't want you to evolve, those energies that don't want you to elevate. And I'm hearing the angels say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what is trying to distract you and what's trying to tell you that you're not making progress. Forget that. You are. You are making progress, okay? They want you to know and believe in yourself, okay? Choose this yin-yang energy here. Big energy. Anyway, I'm sending you guys so much love. All right, so much love. And we'll talk again soon. Bye.